What up, what up? Get the hairline right. Alright. 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 Let's start the video. In this human experience, we are all in some way or fashion trying to get to a heaven or a paradise. Now, that heaven or paradise can look different for many people. And there's many paths to your paradise or heaven. There's many paths to get there. And on the way to, I feel like there's a variety of paths to get to different heavens and paradises, but in your heart, you know which one is the true path for you. You know which one is they're doing some road work, so if y'all hear anything, that's what's going on. But there's many roads to your paradise or heaven, and at the end of the day, when you come to this experience and when you have this experience in life, you can get distracted and sidestepped. You might think this path will lead you to, where you want to be. You might think this path is going to lead you to where you want to be. But you got to be very careful, because all these paths that are being presented to you to get you to your destination might not be... at the end of the day, I feel like your heaven or your personal paradise is 100%. Meaning that you might have the person where it's like, okay, their heaven or paradise included them being financially stable and independent, right? So they got on the path of a 9-to-5 corporate job. Now, where that did provide the financial stability, that did not provide them the independence. So you see what I'm saying? It's like the path that they were on, it's almost like they got certain elements of what their heaven or paradise represents, but they didn't get the full thing of it. They didn't get the full experience. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they got the money, but they don't have the independence. So that's one example of going on a path and thinking it's going to lead you to your paradise, and then it end up being something else. So that's why I say in this life you have to be very careful of what path you're on, and is it truly aligned to who you are? Is it truly aligned to, is this path I'm on, is it encompassing all elements of me, not just one side? I can definitely say in my life, in my journey, in my experience on earth, yes, I've gotten things I've wanted and needed, but it was never and it's a journey. It's a process. This is a process. You're not like, it's not just supposed to happen overnight or the next couple of years. This is the journey. I feel like we're here. Yeah, this is just the journey we're here on, just in life. We're just, I realized that path only gave me 70% that I wanted. Okay, now it's time for me to come off that path and go straight to my 100%. And this just, you live and you learn, experiences that you have, journeys you go through, just all type of stuff. Like, you live and you learn, okay, what's more aligned for me and what I want to see in life. I think one of the most, shout out Q, one of the most important things, me and him was chopping over the phone, and he told me that always remember, your truth can change. I feel like a lot of times, and I've said this before in other videos, a lot of times I feel like we think truth has to be this very concrete thing, but we're not in a concrete world. There's concrete in it, but that's not the whole totality of this world. This world is actually very fluid. And what we know about fluids is that it can be, what do we know about water? liquid, solid, gas. Like water can become all of these elements. So at the end of the day, everything is fluid. Everything is fluidity. It's just that it's different degrees and vibrations of, you know, if it's moving very fast, and it's probably less dense. If it's moving slower, then it's probably more dense. That's just simple science. So your truth can always be fluid. You're gonna, one minute you might have been standing on these principles, and then you go through something which makes you realize, like, wait, I can't live by those principles anymore. I can't move like that anymore. So yeah, choose your paths wisely. And it's not, is this, man, listen, there's so many distractions out here. Yourself is a damn distraction, escapism. There's all types of just things out here to put you on different paths and different, you know, have you try to control your directions, when at the end of the day, it's about following that true compass. You know, I've been on a variety of psychedelics and hallucinogens, and one thing I've noticed is that your mind can do a lot. Meaning that, like, your mind can make you believe a whole lot of things. It can bring up just a variety of just infinite possibilities, experiences, visuals, just all types of stuff. But at the end of the day, your body, though, only experience, I wouldn't say only, yeah, your body mainly only experiences one reality, and that's the reality that you're in. But your mind can go to different places. How, like, you can, you know, you took your mind, like, you can daydream. Your mind is there, but your body not. Your body is still in class, or your body is still at work, or wherever environment you're in at the time. Like, your mind is the one that's able to travel, go to all these places. So then I thought about it. I was thinking, when I was like, wow, so it's really the mind that we're really dealing with when it comes to just distractions and just staying aligned and just staying in one neutral space. It's the mind that we're dealing with, that we just have to slow down, sit still, don't be distracted, don't go over here, don't go over, because it makes sense. If you want something, that's even one thing I was even bringing up, I was thinking about yesterday too. I was like, you know, we can have all these things inside of us, but then when you go through this human experience, and the problem is lack. It's this experience, a large portion of this human experience. I know a lot of people like to talk about spirituality and abundance and all that stuff. Look, I'm living in real life. I don't know about y'all, but I'm living in real life. And in real life, you go through moments of lack. And I feel like in those moments of lack, that's where some of your most important decisions are made. Because when you're in the cadence of lack, you either do two things. You either submit and start looking around you and looking at people who are getting what you want, and you start following their path and start making choices like they did. Or you say, okay, well, I'm lacking this, but I'm still standing on what I believe in. And through the journey of standing on what you believe in, yes, it might seem like it takes longer. Yes, it might seem like, damn, like, it would just be easier for me to just, you know, it's no different than the artists where it's like, you'll hear about these artists where they'll try to be, you know, they'll come out with a song or an album that's might be different from the current sound that's out right now. Or, you know, it might just be something that they wanted to do instead of what, you know, their fans might have liked or what their label might have wanted. So it's like, okay, but so I can either stand on my square, stand on what I believe in, and yes, that might come with me not getting the look sometimes, me not getting the, you know, the views and the clout and, you know, and the energy from that. But at the end of the day, I can still rest in I am myself, though. I can still rest in this is me, though. I didn't change. I didn't have to shapeshift in order to get something. When I get my praise, when I get my glory, when I get mine, it was really from me being authentically me. you even hear a lot of artists say that, where it's like a lot of independent artists, their confidence in the way they present themselves is very different from an artist where they feel like, I have to keep meeting up to the standards of what my label and my fans are asking from me. And it's the same thing in life. I can either keep letting the pressures of what other people think about me and what this world asks from me, I can keep giving into that. And even though it looks like they doing it up over there, they getting the money, they getting the fame, they getting all that, that, like, and it is elements I want from that. My heaven does include, pleasurable moments, wealth, abundance, and damn, over there it look like they getting that. But at the end of the day, is that really me? At the end of the day, do I really want to represent the same principles that they representing? Because what you're going to find is that, to me, what you're going to find is you might shape shift it, you might get all that stuff. But then what's going to happen is, once you get all that stuff, you're going to realize, like, damn, I'm losing myself. I'm not even me no more. Hopefully it hasn't gotten to the point where you don't even recognize yourself no more. Just because it was like, damn, I felt like I had to sacrifice myself to get the heaven I wanted. And in reality, you really don't have to do that. You just have to stand the test of time, though. You have to just, you just got to believe in yourself. And it seems like, damn, man, like everybody just doing it up and just all this stuff. But it's like, yeah, but at the same time, that's not, you don't want a 50% heaven. You want 100% heaven. And that's what I'm leading towards. 100% paradise. Not, oh, well, I get to get that, but I got to sacrifice this. When we come to relationships, he provide for me, he give me all the money, he take care of all my stuff, but I'm not getting the emotional fulfillment that I want from the relationship. I'm not getting the care and this, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like the days of just sacrificing in order to feel like we have to get, like, I'm gonna sacrifice a portion of myself in order for her to feel loved, or I'm gonna sacrifice a portion for myself for him to feel loved. Like, no, like, man, woman, whatever you is, it should be more of alignment rather than sacrifice. I'm going to align myself more with a journey and a path that encompasses the all in totality of me, instead of just, okay, like, experiences and these times we find ourselves where it's like, okay, even in relationships, you might like somebody or care about somebody, but then it's like you feel like you have to sacrifice. They're not seeing the all of you. You're not expressing the whole totality of yourself to them. So it's like, yeah, you like me, but do you like other aspects of me though? Yeah, you fuck with me. Yeah, I'm dicking you down. I'm giving you good sex. But do you like my personality though? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's more so where I'm headed to. I'm done, like, sacrificing different aspects of myself just for me to keep certain things. That's when like, even for when it comes to jobs or a 9 to 5, it's like I'm sacrificing my time in order to get money back. And that's, if that's what, for some people, that's fine. It is what it is. But that like, to me, it's about paths, man. From what I experienced and what I've seen in life, this world is about consistency, decisions, choices, and paths that you're making for yourself. And even sometimes it might feel like the path you're on might seem contrary to what's going on around you. If it's truly your path and you can truly feel comfortable and sit in it, I feel like that's all that matters. And that doesn't mean you don't change. That doesn't mean, like, you don't ever feel like, okay, well, one day I might want to switch it up. I might want to, like, I feel like this is my fulfillment for this path. As long as it aligns with you, I feel like you will always be on the correct path. But the moment you start going outside of yourself and saying, like, okay, well, I got to do this in order to get that, or I got to do this in order to get that. To the women, to the sex workers, to the women who feel like, okay, well, in order for me to get money, I got to sleep with all these weird ass niggas and shit. Like, I mean, if you like to do it, it is what it is. I'm just saying, though, like, sacrifice. I'm just I'm just bringing up examples where we feel like we have to sacrifice ourselves in order to get something else. When really it's like, do we really have to do that? Can we really just align ourselves and come into a make choices and decisions? And don't get me wrong, you're going to sacrifice on that path too. Because while it looks like you're sacrificing the side, whatever you want to call it, you're sacrificing the aspect of you that could be doing what they're doing. Because that is, don't get me wrong, like, you know, if you want to go out, have a good time, all your friends is doing it up, but you're, you know, working on your business. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're sacrificing your good times and things that you could have done to get more of your experience. You see what I'm saying? Like, you're sacrificing the dopamine of times you could have just went out and just had moments of fun. You're sacrificing that in order to be aligned with your your true path. Because that shit hurts too when you're seeing everybody doing it up, looking fresh, going out, you just in the crib like, damn. I could go buy these shoes. I could go do it up with this girl. I could go, hit the dopamine real quick. But instead, I'm going to just focus on the serotonin. I'm going to just focus on the long term instead of the short term. I had to make that decision. I had to make the decision this week. I was going to spend a whole week up in the Queen. And we was going to do it up. But I thought about it. And I realized, like, damn, this is low-key the same thing I've been doing damn near for, like, the longest. I even calculated it to, like, the month. I was talking about cycles in my last video, and me just looking at that video, expressing what I said on that video, it made me even realize, like, how many things I've done that even equivalent to we move so fast in this life. Like, I can literally pinpoint choices I've made that are literally the exact same choices in the same, like, this year, like, and the year before, and the year before, like, around this time, which is normal. Around this time, there's certain things that, and in each season, there's certain things that happen to me that have literally been a pattern. There's literally things that have happened where it's like because if anybody knows me, I stay out the way. But I've literally noticed that there's always something for me going on in the summer. Like, there's always a party I'm invited to. There's always something I'm invited to or something where it's like, and it happens around this time. Or sometimes in the fall. Like, it's just certain things that happen to me where I'm making a pivot and then that comes up. And I'm realizing that just certain things that are just going on in my life, and I'm okay, this is what's going on. Paths, decisions, choices. Okay, I see, you know, you get to a point, you know, live long enough, you actually start seeing what the hell is going on out here. You start having at least a little understanding of what's going on. So, yeah, but to summarize this whole video up, it's going to be hard at times. It's going to be tough at times. The environment around you, your phone, everything outside of you is always, it's low-key trying to make you submit to it. And not in a way of just, when I say submit, that can be a very like, oh, I'm a bitch, or like, you're a punk. No, what I mean by is like, submit, like saying, put your ideals, put your emotions to the side and come with me. That's what I mean by submit. You know what I mean? You might have things in your heart that you really believe in and stand on, but it's like, oh, damn, she getting that. And you see what that person's getting, you see what they accomplish, so it's like, damn, fuck it. I'm going to submit to their way. I'm going to submit to their pattern. We did this in school. When we decided to, some of us, well, I used to think this way about it, but the teacher said, but the science said, and it's like, okay, certain things you do have to grow from and give up. And okay, I was wrong on that. Let me follow that path because that is truth. There is certain things that you're not always going to be right about, but there's certain things about yourself and your personality that will never change. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, like if I decide to drop something, you know, they got a law of gravity. So, okay, like certain things, of course, but certain things that pertain to you and what you feel like you need in life, that will never change. And so follow that path. Follow the aspects of you that will just never, ever go away. The things that will just always bring you joy. The things that will just always bring you comfort and pleasure. Follow that. Don't follow this other shit. So, peace, y'all. That's it. Y'all have a good one.